Hello, we made it. Welcome to Yes, I Can with the Plan, the live show here now for Business Building Academy for business owners who want more sales, more profits, and a lot more fun. This is the very first Business Building Live Academy, and we did have a few technical difficulties. Firefox was so concerned, they decided to block screen sharing for me. Isn't that special? Good grief. Sometimes you just have to laugh. So, okay, nothing like, switching browsers and firing Firefox and, start over. You do what you got to do, right? That's the life in the day of a business owner. All right. So, we're no longer starting soon. We're here. Let's do it. Okay. And the clicker doesn't want to work. All right. We'll do the old fashioned way with the keyboard. Sorry if you hear clicks. Or if it doesn't work. Oh, no. We'll get this going one way or another. There we go. Boy, I tell you, if you don't have persistence in your blood, you would just never make it as a business owner. And you have, like I said earlier, you have to laugh. Okay, sorry. If you see me looking over that way, it's because that's where the control screen is. And this is where the presentation screen is. So I'll do my best to actually look at the camera so we can say hi. Okay, so deep breath in. We're here. And my name is Lisa Long, by the way. And I am the founder and CEO of Yes, I Can with the Plan. We do business coaching and personal development for business owners from, anybody making $100,000 a year up to, several millions a year, depending on, what they're at and their clarity level and also what their goals are. I have a specific system that I share with my clients. It works, and it's been seen on several news stations, NBC, CBS, Fox. So, and I'm going to share those techniques with you throughout this show. So we'll be here every Monday, and we're just going to have a lot of fun. All right. And we're going to learn and just enjoy. So, like I said earlier, this is really for business owners who are serious and ready for more sales, more profits, and more fun. Because if you're not having fun, you're in the wrong business, right? So, are you ready to dive in? All right. The first thing we want to do is really get in alignment with success. That means clarity. What is it that you really want? We need to know our goal. And then we need to map out a roadmap to that goal, because otherwise we're kind of just going in circles. And, as we have experienced as business owners, all kinds of things pop up, all kinds of fires, just like Firefox decides, nope, you're not allowed to screen share now. So things happen. But when you have clarity and you have focus, you're able to just stay on track. You know where your goal is. You know where your destination is. So that's one thing. Now, also, I'm going to share something a little silly here with you, and it's to get your mind involved in the success alignment, is to get you really like out of your head and kind of like into your creative space. As business owners, we're so prone to look for the problems because that's what we do. We solve other people's problems. And we also have to solve all the problems that, creep up throughout the day. So as I share this with you, I invite you to notice where your thought process goes. I bet initially it will say, I'm not doing that, because it is a little silly, I admit, but it's fun and it actually works. And the point is to get us out of our kind of reptilian brain and the problem-solving brain and the like fight or flight brain into the prefrontal cortex, which is where our creativity is. And that's when we are really able to solve the problems without so much work and effort. So are you with me? Now, I do have on this to say it out loud. You don't have to say it out loud. You can just say it to yourself, just in case there's other people around. I don't want you getting hauled away in a straitjacket. Okay, So out loud, here we go. It's up on the screen. Ready? Yes, 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 I can. Yes, I can with a plan. Yes, I've got this. Yes. And just know that you've got this. You've got this. You can do this. Whatever this goal is for you, you've got it. You've got this day. You've got the task in front of you. And this day, and then you've got it tomorrow and the next day. And then it all adds up to your success. So, okay, so let's do it one more time just because it is so silly. And remember, we're training our brain to work more in the prefrontal cortex, which right in here where our creativity center is. And things just happen. Have you ever felt like you're in the flow? That's when you're in the flow. So this is just a little trick. It's totally silly. It's ridiculous, but it works. Okay, ready? Yes, 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 I can. Yes, I can with a plan. I've got this. Yes. There you go. Be silly. I'm giving you a license to be silly. Okay. So, again, welcome to the Yes, I Can with a Plan Business Building Academy. Today, we're going to talk about capturing the attention of your ideal prospect. Now that we're all in alignment. So, exactly how do you think we do that? Well, we're going to talk about that. We're also going to talk about, we're going to have some fun with a little thumbs up, thumbs down. What do you think? I really encourage you to be involved and chat, and then I'll give you my contact information later on if there's something you would like to share. And there's lots of opportunities to share because, again, I want you to have fun. Okay, we're also going to have, in our future shows, we'll have a hot seat winner and the outcome of the previous hot seat. Okay, this is the very first show, so we don't have that yet. But if you have something in your business that you would really like some help with, just send me an email. And again, I'll give you that contact information later on. And we'll go through it. We'll go through it together, and maybe even live on the show or off the show, whichever you prefer. We're going to talk about a case study, a real life case study today. You're going to love what we did with this. I mean, night and day in his results. Then there's a special offer. If you would like it, this is not like a webinar and then you have a 10 minutes of a pitch. It's not like that. We're going to be here every Monday. So it's just a thank you from me to you for being here, especially on the very first show. And if it's helpful for you, great. And if it's not something you feel you need, don't worry about it. All right. So let's dive in. What's the first thing that people usually see or hear about you, your business, your offer? Think about that. What do you think it is? Go ahead and write it in the chat. And now, right now, I'm not able to see the chats, but I would love to know what you think. And I'll be able to go through later and look at the chats. And then you can also contact me. Like I said, I'll give you my contact information here in a little bit. Well, the first thing that people usually hear about you or read about you is your headline, right? It's your headline. So today we're going to talk about how to create headlines, how to create irresistible headlines without agonizing over it for hours. Now, this is powerful. I know, and I've done it myself, like, oh, what do I'll be done with the whole course or whatever it is, the article, the brochure. What do I want the headline to be? That always seems to be the most difficult for so many people. What do we want the headline? Because if the headline isn't just right, everything else is kind of a waste of time, effort, and money. So I want to give you 3 proven formulas. You can write them down. I mean, and use these. They really, really work, and they will make your life so much easier. Okay, so first let's talk about, why is a headline so important? Why do people agonize over this headline thing. Well, again, like I said, if you don't have it right, they're not going to see or hear the rest of what you have to say. So the first thing you have to do is you have to interrupt your prospect. And you want to interrupt your ideal prospect, not just everybody. You don't want to cast a net to everybody. Hey, I'm here. Because when you market to everybody, you're marketing to nobody because it's just so general. So you want to interrupt. And remember, people are thinking about a million things at one time, and we are bombarded with offers and advertising and people wanting our attention. So it has to be something that's really special that, ooh, I want that. Okay. So again, we're just interrupting. And again, like I said earlier, then once you interrupt it and you get their focus, then you can entice them or invite them to read or listen to more of what you have to say. Right? But the first thing we have to do is interrupt. So here's a couple of headline formats. And again, write these down, swipe and deploy, use them in your business. That's why we're here. I'm so thrilled that we have this technology that I can share this with you now. But it's up to you to use it, right? Because education without implementation is a waste of time. So let's take a look at the headline type one. I call it how to good without the bad. Okay. Now, one example is how to, the good might be somebody really needs to move their business online. I've talked to a lot of people lately who they know they need to move their business online. And they've known this for a long time. They just were terrified of the technology. And I understand that. It can be overwhelming. So one of the headlines that's been very effective is how to move your business online without knowing technology. So how to the good, move your business online without the bad, knowing technology. Or without, so the positive without like the pain, if you will. And a really good exercise for you to do to discover, well, what is your list of good and your list of bad that you would want to put in your headlines. Think of your prospect, your ideal prospect. What is it that they really, really want? What is the good that they would want? So make a list of all those things. And then what is the bad, or what is the thing that they don't want, the outcome they don't want? Like, I do not want to have to learn technology. I don't want to know technology. I don't want to have to do technology. I don't want to have to look at a computer, whatever it might be. Again, for your specific business, I'm just using this example. And we have some other examples here to go through. Make a list of the things that they don't want. Now, if you're not sure, ask them. I have a lot of clients that will come to me, okay, here's my list. And I'll say, well, are you sure that's for your prospect and not for you? And generally, it's for the business owner. And it's going to be different. You have to think you have to put yourself in the shoes of your prospect. And a lot of times, it's just easier. Ask them. What is it that you would really, really like that I would be able to solve for you? Okay. And what are the things that would hold you back from doing that? And then write all those things down. Okay. So let me know if you have any questions on that. So let's look at another couple of examples and it'll help solidify this for you. So how to increase sales, the good, we want more sales without increasing your ad spend. So without spending more money, and a lot of people, especially right now with advertising, a lot of it has reached a point of diminishing returns because here in the United States, we have an election year right now. So all the politicians are running a ton of ads. and it's causing the advertising expense to just skyrocket. So the ROI on ad spend is really diminishing. But there are so many ways that I go in and help my clients take a look at how can you increase sales without increasing your ad spend. And there really is, there's quite a few things that you can do. Okay, so again, that's just another example of how to, what they want without what they don't want. Okay, so let's do another one. How to increase your profits, the good, without spending more time at work. Okay. There are so many people, as we go through life, in our 20s and 30s, we're all gung-ho and it's okay to work 100 hours a week, and we're building and we're creating, this, whatever it is you want, your empire or whatever it is, your business, or climbing the corporate ladder maybe. And you don't spend a lot of time at home. And then as we go through life, we discover, wow, I've missed a lot of my kids' ball games and dance recitals, and the relationship has suffered, or maybe relationships have ended because the work. And we start to shift our priorities from work to, I want to spend more time with my family. I want to take better care of myself. Maybe I want to franchise the business. Maybe I want to be totally replaced in the business. Maybe you're getting ready to sell the business. Wherever it is that you're at in that lifespan of you and your business, you may want to certainly increase your profits without spending more time at work. And I see that a lot with established businesses. They've met their 7 figures, 8 figures, and they're like, okay, how do I scale now? So that's what we focus on. Okay, so that's just another example of a good without bad headline. Okay, one more. How to buy a house without any down payment. Wouldn't that be great? And isn't that something that people would be like, well, yeah, I'd love to buy a house, but I don't have money for a down payment. So wouldn't that really grab their attention? Like, ooh, you've really interrupted. I was thinking about what I want for lunch, but now who cares about lunch? Tell me how I can buy a house without any down payment. So you see how we're working here? Okay, so now it's your turn to write your headline, how to good without the bad. Okay, so you ready for another kind? Okay. So the second type of headline, I call it the curiosity builder. And I find these can be a little bit shorter, so they're really good for subject lines in emails. And this is a great example. I saw this the other day. It's like, I saw what you did. I mean, that might get somebody to click on the email. I don't know if I did or not, because I get over 100 emails every single day. So I don't know, but I liked the headline. I saw what you did. So here's another one. Meet tonight at 6. Now, this type of headline is actually pretty common for somebody doing like a webinar or a meeting of some sort. As you can see, it'd be like, if you saw that in your email, you'd be like, meet tonight at 6. Did I forget something? Where was I supposed to be tonight at 6? Oh no. I better click on this and find out, what are they talking about? Meet tonight at 6. So that one has been pretty effective. And just another one. What eye surgeons don't want you to know. See, curiosity builders are so good because we are naturally created to like, ooh, I have to find out. And when our curiosity is piqued, it's like, I want to know more. So you could insert whatever your industry is, what roofing contractors don't want you to know, what plastic surgeons don't want you to know. Okay. And then you would follow that up with some good educational content. And we'll get deeper into that later on. Right now, I want to try to stay focused on just the headlines. Okay. So here's another one. One mistake that costs every homeowner $3,000 a year. Now, if you're a homeowner, wouldn't that pique your curiosity? You're like, oh no, I wonder if I'm doing that. I could be, wasting $3,000 a year. Heaven knows there's a ton of other things you could spend that money on, especially if you're a homeowner. Okay, so let me go back here real quick. I hope you had fun with that. And I invite you to write down a curiosity builder headline for your business and send them to me in the chat or on the business page. We'll have a discussion. I would love to see what you come up with. Okay, so now the third type, and there really are like a million different types. I find these three to be the top three that really, really work. And it's so easy to just use the framework that I'm giving you here today to just get them done. So we're educating. And so the first one I just pulled out of the air. How I lost 13 pounds a day eating grapefruit peels. You'd probably lose a lot more than that. So we're educating. And again, that also does pique curiosity as well. It's like, how did you do that? So some of these do overlap. So here's another example. It is a myth. It's big talk that if you own a business, you need to have a really big list if you ever want to be successful. And that really is not true. So this headline has been really successful. You need a big list. Myth. So insert what you do and what is something that you're like, no, you don't. Maybe it's, if you're maybe if you're a business coach, I'm just going to use that example because I can relate to it because I am. You first need to have a website. Myth. Okay. I know a lot of business owners that do very, very well. You can do 6-7 figures without a website. Now, eventually you certainly do want to have a website. It does help build that know, like, trust value. Definitely. But don't put your success off until you have a website or anything else. If you have something to share, go share it. So let's talk about another one. There are 687 choices for residential care for the elderly in Los Angeles. Which one is right for your elderly parents? So again, that's talking to a very specific audience, people with elderly parents, and they're probably starting to think about residential care choices. So, and they would know, well, which one would be right for my grandparents or my parents or whoever it is. So, and then that would entice them, again, we're just interrupting their thoughts. And then next week, we're going to go into a little bit deeper. Okay, now what do I do? Okay, and here's one more. Free presentation. How to immediately add highly qualified leads to your pipeline using authentic, proven techniques that work. So that tells them exactly what they're going to get if they, click on this or sign up for this, probably a webinar, free presentation webinar. And again, it interrupts the person reading this because they'll go, yeah, I want highly qualified leads. Absolutely. I want a consistent flow of highly qualified leads. I'll sign up for the presentation. Yeah. So again, have fun with these. And send me one of each type of headline for your business. And that'll be fun to see what you come up with. All right. So now stretch your arms. And we're going to play a little thumbs up, thumbs down. So you get to judge and notice why you give it a thumbs up or thumbs down based on what you've just learned. We're going to thumbs up or thumbs down some headlines. Okay. All right, here we go. So I've crossed out some of the information that identifies which company this is. So let's take a look at this headline. Now, the email, it had something train a team and save. It's like, I don't know. It doesn't really, it just sounds like, yeah, we're trying to sell you something. It doesn't excite me. How about you? Would that really get your attention and make you click on that email? And now, once we get into the email and I have the browser open so I can kind of see what it is before I open it. Their big headline is upskill your professional learning today. Honestly, in my opinion, we are so overwhelmed that the last thing we want to do is just be given more and more information. Upskill? I don't know. It doesn't do it for me. How about you? Let me know. Let me know what you think. And I don't know why I'd like purposefully say upskill because I kept saying unskill. I don't know. Might have a tad bit of dyslexia in there. I don't know. So what would you give it? Thumbs up or thumbs down? For me, it was a thumbs down. It didn't capture my attention. I was like, I don't know. It doesn't say what you get. Browse the e-catalog, which is just like the last thing on the planet I would want to do because I have, a gazillion other things to do. And I don't know anybody who isn't like up to here with being busy and things to do. So, thumbs down. Okay, ready to do another one? All right. How about this one? Okay. What do you think of the headline? There really isn't any headline. There's, it's a bit of a mess. We've got, toward the top, at the top, there's carpet, tile and grout, upholstery, area rugs, concrete mattresses, autos, RVs. And then it's just a bit of a mess. And if they could focus on maybe like just one thing and specialize, for example, instead of everything on here, what if they did, let's say tile and grout? What about stain removal for travertine tile? Now, travertine tile is they're very porous. You spill something on there. It's very difficult to get it clean. It stains. So what if now you're going to take a look at the clientele that this is going to. Is it the clientele that's going to have travertine in their homes or not? Now, if it's certainly not, you don't want to put that in the ad, right? But if it is, that could be something that would really capture their attention instead of all of this is just like, whoa. It's just a conglomeration of like everything, kind of like throwing mud at the wall and, well, I don't know, let's just throw more mud and see what sticks. That's what this one is. So my opinion is thumbs down. So let me know what you think. How would you make this better? Think about your business. What could you do to make your business better? What would you do to make this ad better? This is exactly how you learn to write ads and headlines and know more about your advertising. I see a ton of people, and I mean 8-9-figure companies spending a boatload on advertising. That's horrible. Horrible. I met with an advertising agency in Scottsdale, Arizona, a couple years ago, and they were trying to impress me with all their work, and I was thinking of using them for a big client, and they came out with one of their ads. It was for a medical practice, and it was a woman's head on a man's body. And you could tell where they had gone in and taken out the chest hairs off the man. But still, a man has a different physique. The broader shoulders and kind of like the Adam's apple. And I looked at it and I saw it right away. And I told them, that's a woman's head on a man's body. And this is big agency. And this was a big client of theirs. And their answer was, well, they approved it. I'm like, wow. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. Needless to say, I did not hire them. But when we're working with clients, we're in a fiduciary type of position. They're placing their trust in us. You just don't do shenanigans like that. You don't do that. I was just floored. Anyways, I digress. So, has nothing to do with this, what's on the screen that I'm showing you. I just, you want to know what's good and what stinks in marketing, because there's just a lot out there that you can pay a boatload of money for and end up with something really bad. Okay, so if you send me a thumbs up or a thumbs down kind of ad and let me know what you think, or a blooper, something that you see and you're like, what were they thinking? Send it to me. And if we use it on the show, you will get a free gift of your choice, whether it be a free class, a marketing analysis of your business, maybe a free product. So we'll have fun. And I love giving prizes and sharing. So send this to me. And again, I'll give you my contact information here in a little bit. Okay, so let's do a real case study. I'm going to take a sip of water real quick. Okay, this is a real case study, and it's, oh, I just love showing this. Okay, this is really, really common, and this is actually from a presentation that I share with a lot of people. I have a process that I take business owners through and help them find $10,000 to $100,000, oftentimes it's more, without increasing any ad spend. Well, this is one of the things that I share with them. And so we're just going to focus on the headline. His headline is Parenting Advice and Resources from Dr. John Smith. Now, if we think back, what is a headline supposed to do? It's supposed to interrupt, right? It's supposed to interrupt your thought process because you're thinking about, what do I want to have for lunch? Where do I want to go this weekend? What do I want to do? What did Sally mean when she said that? I don't really know if I like the tone in her voice. And what did that really mean? And our head is just filled with stuff all the time. So we have to, as business owners in our advertising, we have to be able to interrupt. This doesn't really do it. Parenting Advice and Resources from Dr. John Smith. Boring, right? But you'll see this often when people are trying to be all things to all people, their headline has to be generic. So what if he wasn't trying to be all things to all people? So I'm going to break down what we did with this client. As we took a look at, if you look at, he's specializing in emotionally disturbed children, behavioral problems, teen pregnancy, handling peer pressure, bullying, self-esteem issues, substance abuse issues, depression, and teenage rebellion. So we talked with him at length, and let's focus on just one of these areas. So if we focus on emotionally disturbed children, so think about who's the prospect. It's the parents, right? It's not going to be the children. It's going to be the parents are going to be the ones to call and ask for advice and help from Dr. John. So let's think about emotionally disturbed children. Who are they? What are they like? What are their parents really experiencing? Let's put ourselves in the shoes of the parents. These emotionally disturbed children they're belligerent, they're yelling, kicking, screaming, fighting, stealing. I mean, I had a friend of mine in New York City. She had adopted this little girl, sweet looking little girl, chased her with a knife, chased my friend, an adult, with a knife. And she finally ended up just taking her back to the adoption, I think adoption agency, or how that works. I'm not positive, but that was so sad. So heartbreaking for everybody involved. But she could not reason with this child. I mean, very emotionally disturbed. I mean, chasing your parents through the house with a knife. So these parents are at their wits' end, right? So they don't advice and resources. Well, let's take a look at what we did. And again, focusing in to be able to create a headline. I'm just going to focus on the headlines for this segment, and we'll get deeper in the following shows. So here's what we did. Think about the parents. What are they going through with these emotionally disturbed children? Here's his new headline. Are you sick and tired of the yelling, screaming, and belligerent attitude of your child? Now, do you think if that was presented to a parent with one of these children, they would be like, whoa, you're talking to me? Yes, I am. As a matter of fact, I am sick and tired of the yelling, screaming, and belligerent attitude of my child. Tell me more, right? Now, that is an excellent headline. That is a headline that gets their attention, makes them want more. Help me solve my problem. And as business owners, that's exactly what we're doing. We're helping our clients, our customers, our patients solve the problems. Okay. Now, again, back here, he was trying to be all things to all people. And if we go back here, isn't that exactly what this guy is doing here? Kind of trying to be all things to all people. Just it's mud at the wall. Okay. So if we can get focused in and create a really great headline that actually works. Again, you have to really put yourself in your prospect's shoes. What do they want? What do they don't want? Okay. So I would love to hear how you like this very, very first live business building academy. And we don't have a hot seat winner because this is the very, very first one. If you would like to be in the hot seat, we should call it the love seat or something, and go through a specific issue with your business and go through the sales process. If you want to get more sales, whatever it is, it can be anything. Send me an email and I'll send you a couple of questions and then we'll chat and we'll see if it's a good fit. You can be on the show. And if you want to do it off the show and then just share the results on the show, that's fine too. I honor, if you want to keep it private. So just send me an email and we'll go over your business. Okay. And as promised, I said I would give you a special gift. It's a headline bank of 450 of the most effective headlines ever written. And it usually sells for about $149. Sometimes if I'm doing a live event, I'll have a sale or have a special offer for $49. If it's something you would like today, it's $9. It's only until midnight tonight because it's $9. And it's just my way of saying thank you for being here. And if it's helpful for you, grab it. And to get it, just go to, and I'll give you this here in just a second, yesican.com/live show. And it'll be right there. Okay, so we've talked about your mindset for success. That is so important. We've talked about headlines and why they're so important, what the purpose of the headline is. We went through some examples on how to attract your ideal prospect and help them self-identify for you. That will save you so much time, effort, and money later down the road when you're closing the sale. And you don't spend so much time with tire kickers or people who are just not really a good match. We had some fun with thumbs up, thumbs down. We went through a case study. So next time, hopefully we'll have a hot seat. And then I gave the special offer, a headline bank, and it'll be on the website until about midnight tonight. Then I added a couple of hours just to make sure. So the next show will be next Monday, same time, same channel. Now that you've gotten the attention of your ideal prospect, now what? So now next Monday, we're going to talk about how to get them engaged with you so that they want to hear more of what you really have to say. So we're going to take a deeper dive. Now, if you want something specifically covered in your business, if you have a specific issue, just send me an email and I'd be happy to cover it on the show. Like, this is for you guys. So let me know if there's something you want to cover. And also let me know if you want to be one of the hot seat winners. So just send me an email, Lisa at yesicanwithaplan.com. I will answer. And I want to say thank you so much for attending today's show. Wasn't it fun? Even with the technical glitches and stuff, we started a little bit late, but we got it going. So the special offer is at yesicanwithaplan.com/live show. Everything else, you can send me an email. So if you want to be a hot seat winner, send in your thumbs up, thumbs down, and win a prize. Also, if you would like to know more about a focus group, I periodically do focus groups, maximizing cash flow for business owners. This is limited to 10 serious business owners who are ready to take their business to the next level. So if you're interested in knowing more about that, just send me an email and just say focus group, and I'll be happy to give you some more information about that. And also, if you would like to go through the challenge that I generally find at least $100,000, but 10,000 sounds really reasonable to people. Like, well, yeah, I can believe that. So sometimes in your marketing, you have to downplay things, because if it sounds too, like, oh my God, the sky's the limit, people are going to like, yeah. So if you would like to participate in this 10K challenge, where I find $10,000 to $50,000 in your business without you increasing any ad spend, I just ask that I get to use the results in my next book, which is Business Makeovers During the Pandemic. Tentative title. We'll see if it sticks. So again, just send me an email and I will get that to you. And I think, and if you would like to know what it might be like to work together, I do a complimentary consultation, and we can see if it's a good fit. Okay. So I hope this was valuable for you today. I really do thank you for attending. Like I said, I've been wanting to do this for a while, and I just put it out there. Today's the day. Technical difficulties, whatever, today's the day. So thanks for joining the very, very first Yes, I Can with a Plan Business Building Academy live on Facebook. It's kind of like a soft opening, like restaurants do. Didn't advertise it or put the word out there a whole lot. So we will also be broadcasting to LinkedIn and to Facebook. So invite your friends and invite others, and let's have fun with this. Like I said, this is for you. So like I said, hope this was helpful for you. Have a beautiful, beautiful, productive, healthy, fun week. All right. Bye for now.